So this video is basically just gonna be what it's like being a foreigner here in the Philippines. I've been here for 3 weeks now, and you know, it's different. And honestly, I mean, I haven't seen too many videos about it, so I'm just gonna talk about what it is, because it is different. Because when you're in countries, like I was in Indonesia for 2 months. When you're in Indonesia, you look around and everybody is Indonesian. And you think, well, obviously, right, that makes sense. But no, seriously, it's crazy. Because I'm from the US. And when you look around, you see people like from Europe, Africa, Middle East. You see the world. You see the whole world, depending on what areas you live in. But when you're in these countries, man, everybody's what it is. Everybody is what the nation says. I'm gonna go to the mall right now and do some immigration stuff, and we'll get into it.
Yeah, where are you going, sir?
Ayala Circuits Mall.
Okay.
Hello, sir. The Ayala Circuits Mall?
Yes.
How much, sir? How much? 60?
60.
60, okay. Oh, all right. Here we go. 60 pesos, baby. These things are awesome. You get a little bit of shade too. You got the reflector. So I will say this, you know, it's definitely cheaper here in the Philippines, but you can definitely spend. I've noticed, I think it's a little bit more expensive than it was in Indonesia. And honestly, you can spend, I mean, like for instance, this ride right now, I'm taking the tricycle. It's 60 pesos, which is just over $1. It's not too far, it's only like a couple kilometers. Or I could take a taxi, and that would probably be like $3, right? And it doesn't sound like a lot if you're from back home, if you're working and stuff. But I mean, if you're living here, I mean, it adds up. And also, it is expensive if you're living here and you're making a certain wages. So the first thing about here in the Philippines is, honestly, a lot of people always look at you. And I don't know personally if it's because I'm fat or if it's because I'm a foreigner. But a lot of countries like Indonesia, like people were always staring at me. They were always looking at me. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm fat or if it's because I'm a foreigner, but sometimes it's uncomfortable, and I personally don't really like it. It took me a little while to get used to it, because you walk, especially when you walk into local places, it's like everybody just stops. Like it's like the plates crash in movies and everyone's looking at you like, what the fuck is going on here? Now the second thing about being a foreigner here in the country is it's different kinds of food. So there's this place called Mang Inasal. I'm not too sure. I think it's like a Filipino chain, but the Filipino food is obviously a lot different than the food back home. So that's something that's really cool. I like the Filipino food. They use a lot of vinegars. There's a lot of vinegar sauces, which I love. Like vinegar with the meats. You can dip it like a spicy vinegar sauce sometimes, and I love that. I will say though, there is a lot of American influence, Western type influence in the food choices here. So there's a lot more stuff like Western style food, you could say, if you're into that, versus how it was like in Indonesia. There was a lot of that depending on where you were, but there was much less. It was pretty much Indonesian food wherever you go. Whereas here, I feel like you have like a lot of options. So another one that I have to mention is that it's hot. It's hot here, and it's the rainy season right here, so it's extra humid. I'm not sure if it's always this humid, but it's 100% humid every single day. And where I came from, it's actually the opposite. It's extremely dry. So for me, I sweat, it's sweaty, but honestly, it's good, I like it. So the weather is, whew, it's tough here sometimes. I think the last thing that I like about was different in the foreigner in the Philippines is people here are very polite. Everyone's always saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, excuse me, sir, right? Whereas I feel like back home, it's not like that so much. When you talk to people that are older, you're like, yes, sir, or yeah, yes, ma'am, but I feel like here, it's like all ages. So that's something nice. And I feel like over time, people have kind of lost that. What's up, baby? What's up? How you doing? And I feel like over time, people have you know, they've kind of stepped away from that, and it's nice. It's nice being in a society where people are polite. There's a lot of respect. People are very respectful here, so I definitely love that. So I just wanted to do a quick video about what it's like being a foreigner in the Philippines. So far I'm loving it. Like I said before, it's my 3rd time here, so I'm not new here, and I'm loving it so far. I'm gonna be in Manila for a while, and I'm gonna head out to other parts, and I'm gonna be here for 2 more months. So let me know if there's any places you think I should go, some beach places. I think I'll probably wind up in Palawan for a while. But anyways, thank you, Philippines. I love you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.